there, it's me, Amanda Marie, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a bookish haul for the things that I have bought that are book related in March, April, and May. May to be continued because I'm still in the middle of May and who knows what else I might buy. So what I'm going to do is I have two Book of the Month boxes that I have yet to open, and I wanted to do that here. And then I am going to list through some of the books that I bought for my Kindle in April and May. So let's start with Book of the Month. I already pre-cut these because I wanted to. So got a Book of the Month box for March. I skipped April and I got one for May. My favorite thing about them are the bookmarks we get. So this one says new books, same laundry, I'm not folding, which is great because what you can't see under my desk is a bucket of laundry that are clean, but I need to put away. So, oops. Okay. The first book I got is Tell Me Everything by Erika Krause. This book, Goodreads blurb says, part memoir, part literary crime, is a mesmerizing story of a landmark sexual assault and the private investigator who cracked it open. I am really big on true crime and crime mystery. The fact that this is based on an actual case and an actual private investigator is really interesting to me, so I can't wait to read this and then stay up all night because I'm freaked out. The next book is The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. Goodreads blurb says, this is a true crime blogger gets more than she bargained for while interviewing the woman acquitted of 2 cold case slayings. As you can see, I was very true crime / crime-based book themed in March. And the final book that I got is a completely different track. I got Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. A love-phobic TV doctor must convince a love-obsessed homebody that they are destined to be together. This is going to be part of my Amanda Marie Reads Romance series for this year. I really wanted to find something that is like a contemporary love story that I feel like I can get into. I really liked the cover and the premise of this, and what also got me into it is the Goodreads blurb that I read before I ordered this said that this was part of the If Aunties Were Shakespeare series, and I apparently have been really into Shakespearean retellings as told by my These Violent Delights read from last month. I also recently rewatched Romeo and Juliet, the Baz Luhrmann movie, and the other night I watched The Tragedy of Macbeth on Apple Plus. So I guess I've been in a real Shakespearean mood, and I'm curious to see which play this is supposed to be a retelling of, and I can't wait to let you know. So that was March. Ooh. As I mentioned, I skipped April because I don't think I had anything that I felt called to reading. But I did get a chunky box for May. And this is a huge part of why I wanted to record a video, because I was like, oh my gosh, I also got cute coasters. So, I mean, great filming and great YouTubing means being filmed from behind a Book of the Month box. Am I right? So I got this little postcard that says keeping books safe since 1926. And these are my Book of the Month coasters that I ordered. They are cork-backed and ceramic, and I should have pre-opened this box. This is why I pre-opened the Book of the Month box, because I apparently am not good with the unboxing part of unboxings. But These are really cute. So on the back is the Book of the Month logo on the coaster cork section. And then I really like that these are like matte tiles. So the first one says, I predict a book hangover. The second one says, my limit is 3. The third one says, I feel like the lottery announcers. The next one up is plot twist, my glass is empty. These are so cute. And the final one is I only drink top shelf, which I think I'm gonna put on my shelf, my bookshelf. That's so funny. So let me put these back in their box for now. Ooh. Okay. The bookmark of the month is Please Don't Stop. Really cheeky. I love me some cheeky things. Okay. Put this aside. My May book of the month pick is Darling Girl by Liz Michalski. It is a modern day reimagining of Peter Pan. To save her daughter's life, one woman must take on Peter Pan, who is not the innocent adventurer the fairy tales make him out to be. I very vaguely remember watching the Peter Pan cartoon growing up. I have never been a huge fan of the Peter Pan story, but I really liked the modern retelling twist of making Peter Pan a villain, and I wanted to see how that pans out in this novel. So I think that this is going to be the next read on my TBR. I'm currently reading 2 books right now, and I think once I'm done with those, this is going to be the next one. So there's that. And then the last book that I got in my May box is La Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. And let me flip my little notes page here. So, this is Mexican Gothic meets Rebecca in a debut suspense novel set in the aftermath of the Mexican War of Independence, about a remote house, a sinister haunting, and the woman pulled into their clutches. I have yet to read Mexican Gothic. It's on my shelf. It's in my massive TBR. I don't know why I do this to myself. I am consistently being torn between I shouldn't buy anything else, I should really get through my TBR, and then also like, ooh, new book, new box, I should get it. So again, another one for the pile. And now for my Amazon Kindle orders for April and May. So here's my Kindle. And here's my I'm booked sticker. I'll link this down below. I got this from an Etsy shop, and I bought a couple of stickers from her. This one is not included, but I really love them. They're vinyl, they're waterproof, they stick really tight, and they're really cute. I'll also link my Kindle cover. The thing I love most about it is it has this strap that I can hold on to while I'm reading, and I can flip this open and use it as a stand. Love that. So anyway, some of the Kindle orders that I had in April, I purchased Strangers We Know by Elle Maier. The search for a serial killer leads a woman into the twisted tangle of her own family tree. Sounds really interesting. I will try to figure out how to put the book image here. I said that last time and I didn't, but I will figure it out this time. The next book that I ordered was The Last Goddess by Katerina Tukova. A woman delves into the science and superstition, fear and persecution, and the hope and courage of belief, drawing on stories of her ancestors to explore the extraordinary history of goddesses who walked the earth. Oops, wrong way. Mother Dear by Nova Lee Maier. There's only one thing worse than doing the unthinkable, what you're willing to do to hide it. A lot of these books I get through the Kindle First Reads program or the book of the deal of the day. And so some of them I find that like I'll order them through some of these programs, and then I realize that I'm not entirely sure why I got them or why I picked them. I think this is one of those instances, but we'll see. I'll get to it eventually. An Eye for an Eye by Carol Wyer. A killer rings around the police and a detective spiraling out of control. Girl Interrupted by Susanna Cason. This is a memoir of 18-year-old Kayson's 2-year experience in McLean Psychiatric Hospital. Most people know it by the movie with Angelina Jolie, and I believe it was Winona Ryder. I've only ever seen bits and pieces of that movie, and I am really curious about that experience that Susanna Kaysen had, and I saw that it was on one of the Kindle Daily Deals emails that I got, so I ordered it. And then the next two are from the Kindle First Reads program, where you can receive 2 books a month for free that are, I guess, pre-orders. So the first one, Midnight at the Bright Ideas Bookstore by Matthew J. Sully. When a bookshop patron dies by suicide, his favorite store clerk must unravel the puzzle he left behind. Love me a good mystery. Love me anything to do with books, so I figured I'd read this one. And then finally, West Side Love Story by Pricilla Oliveiras, a heart-stirring romance of star-crossed love, feuding familias, and the bonds of sisterhood. Once again, fueling my Shakespearean theme for, I guess, this year. I think what I really was drawn to for the West Side Love Story, number one, I love West Side Story and any iteration of that that has happened. Actually, no, that's not true. I haven't seen the most recent West Side Story, and I don't think I want to. But I believe that I'm kind of chasing, I think what has been drawing this Shakespearean theme is I read These Violent Delights a couple of months ago. I'm looking for it on my shelf. I read These Violent Delights a month or two ago, and I was really, really wanting to love it. I really wanted to be drawn into the story of a modern day, well, semi-modern day retelling of 1920s Shanghai and this Romeo and Juliet type story. And I ended up not being interested in it. There were so many things that were just blatantly obvious that really pulled me out of the story. And I think that what I'm trying to do here is capture that magic that I was hoping to find in these Shakespearean retellings. So hopefully West Side Love Story is better for me than that, but we'll see. I will make sure to have all of these books linked down below in my description. And the final bookish thing that I wanted to share is I ordered these 2 t-shirts. This one is an Addie LaRue shirt. It says, 3 words large enough to tip the world, I remember you. And this is from The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I absolutely loved this book, and so I have been wanting to have like some book themed t-shirts for when I'm working, since I work in publishing, and also when I record these videos. I thought they'd be really cute. I really want that to be part of my aesthetic. So I searched on Etsy and I found this store, which is Castles and Courts, and I will link that Etsy shop below. The other shirt that I bought is for The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and it says, whoops, so I'm gonna hold it up. I think it's so cute, and I love this quote. It says, "We were like gods at the dawning of the world, and our joy was so bright we could not see nothing else but the other." It is one of my favorite quotes from that book. Most people find some of the other more popular quotes, such as name one hero who is happy or something like that. And although I love that quote and some of the others that are more popular from the Song of Achilles, I wanted something that brought out the loving aspect of their relationship and not so much the tragic part of their relationship, which I know is kind of unavoidable. But I really love that book. I have a copy up there that I just bought. Will I reread it again soon? I don't know. I think maybe. Now that I have the hardcover version and I'm not just reading the Kindle version, I might reread it just so that I can go through and highlight some of my favorite sections and then sob. I did a reread of it last year on my Kindle, and I don't know. Maybe I'll hit it up again. We'll see. But okay, that is everything bookish that I bought in the past couple of months. I guess to be continued, because although I say that I will not spend any more on books, you know, it is an obsession. So here are all the physical copies one more time, and my Kindle. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I can't. Ta-da! They are upside down. Let me try that again. Okay. I'll edit some of this out. Maybe not. And then this. Okay, so. Ta-da! And then this. Oh. Thank you so much for joining me on my very messy haul. I feel like it's messy because it's the first one I've ever really done, and maybe I'll get better at it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much for being here. I love you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.